the space of just a couple of days, two different men have breached multiple layers of presidential security to reach President William Ruto. The first incident occurred in Mombasa, where a man ran towards the president during the military empowerment program at the Jomo Kenyatta Showground.
Jeremiah, very good Jeremiah. Make a box. Good, yeah? Very good.
Security officers scrambled to intercept him, but Ruto intervened, instructing them to wachana naye. Before engaging the man in a light-hearted exchange that drew laughter from the crowd. Then this week, in Wajir County, a region designated as high risk due to Al-Shabaab activity.
Wakati nilikuja hapa wakasema nimekuja kukutana na Al-Shabaab.
Another unidentified man attempted to sprint towards the president. During a public engagement, this time there was no friendly exchange. Security agents immediately tackled the individual and swiftly removed him from the venue. No injuries were reported, and the president continued with his schedule.
Alikuja almost saa 6 na kitu, nikangoja nikajaribu, imenishinda. And mwishowe, that was the time he was even summarizing his speech. There was no otherwise, and I was only wanted to greet him and share with my ambition of the 2027 election. As I already told you, I'm an aspirant Wagbiri Ward, Wajir East. Nimeanguka kiasi kwa kabet chini ya rais na wakanipepa. Na hata karibu shati yangu imeraruka kiasi.
The two incidents occurring within days of each other and involving the Nyota disbursement tour have triggered intense debate. Are these security breaches exposing critical vulnerabilities in the protection of the head of state? Or is the president in a circle deliberately allowing such moments to cultivate an image of an accessible, people-centered leader? Presidential security protocol in Kenya is structured in centralized, multi-layered rings. The inner ring consists of elite, plainclothes bodyguards from the Presidential Escort Unit and the elite RE Squad, who remain within arm's length of the President at all times. The middle ring comprises armed guards scanning crowds for threats. And the outer ring is manned by paramilitary general service unit officers and regular police. A standard 3 to 5 meter zone is meant to be an inviolable buffer between the president and unscreened members of the public. Yet, in Mombasa, Jeremiah traversed all 3 rings and stood directly before the president. In Wajir, a county neighboring Somalia and frequently targeted by terror groups, another man accessed similar proximity before being subdued. Observers point to President Ruto's response in Mombasa as instructive. Rather than allowing security to immediately remove Jeremiah, the president instructed officers to stand down, invited the man to speak, and engaged him jovially about his hairstyle and missing shoes. The exchange went viral. Clips circulated across social media platforms, with many Kenyans praising the president as approachable and down to earth. But critics argue that manufacturing such moments comes at a steep cost. Notably, the Wajir incident did not end in banter. The man was subdued, removed, and no interaction with the president occurred. The divergent outcomes have fueled speculation that security protocols were deliberately relaxed in Mombasa, but strictly enforced in Wajir, raising questions about selective application of protective measures based on location, threat perception, or even intended media optics. The recent incidents are not without precedent. In May 2025, a member of the public threw a shoe at President RUTO during a public event, striking his hand. The assailant was within close range of the podium, prompting widespread criticism of presidential protection protocols. Security experts at the time identified 5 critical failures: inadequate crowd screening and access control, delayed security response, insufficient standoff distance, intelligence gaps in monitoring pre-attack signals, and the absence of an immediate evacuation plan. Thursday's incident in Wajir suggests some vulnerabilities persist. Presidential security in Kenya is a multi-agency operation involving the National Intelligence Service for threat assessment. The Presidential Escort Unit and Risk Squad for close protection. The General Service Unit for Perimeter and Crowd Control. Bomb disposal experts and regular police also for crowd management and for traffic and access management. Prior to any presidential visit, surveillance teams conduct route mapping, venue sweeps, and dry runs. In high-risk areas, counter-sniper teams are covertly deployed. Motorcades are armored and coordinated with lead cars, chase vehicles, communication units, and signal jammers. Yet individuals continue to slip through. Presidential security worldwide grapples with the tension between protection and accessibility. Fortified convoys, armored podiums, and expansive buffer zones enhance safety but distance the leader from citizens. President RUTO has consistently projected an image of accessibility, frequently wading into crowds, engaging spontaneously with members of the public, and discouraging overly aggressive security responses. In the Mombasa incident, he explicitly overruled his own security detail. Security analysts have recommended several immediate measures. First, increase standoff between the president and unscreened crowds to a minimum of 5 meters with no exceptions. Second, deploy additional plainclothes officers embedded within front rows, specifically tasked with monitoring sudden movements and pre-attack indicators. Third, mandate 100% screening, including metal detectors and physical searches for all individuals within designated proximity zones. Fourth, conduct frequent security drills, simulating rapid neutralization and presidential evacuation scenarios. Fifth, clarify the chain of command. Specifically, whether the president's personal instructions to stand down override established protocols and under what circumstances. The president survived both encounters unharmed. In Mombasa, he emerged with a viral moment that burnished his public image. But in Wajir, security restored order swiftly, and the tour proceeded without further incident. But the pattern is unmistakable. In 1 week, 2 men demonstrated that the innermost sanctum of the Kenyan presidential security can be breached. Whether those breaches are evidence of failure or deliberate design, the underlying question remains unanswered, and the window to address it before a more serious incident occurs is narrowing. Rehab Nura, Sauti.